doing a great job sitting up here.
It's just so much fun.
It's good.
It is fun.
It is fun. It is fun.
Look at that, we're a little bit in a smaller group today, huh? Come on, okay, come on.
This is cozier.
This is cozier.
It's more nice, it's more chill. Right?
Hi guys.
It's just so weird when people are placed on a stage over there and then over there, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a great conversation. Thank you. It's just weird. So this is great.
This is better. Look at your beautiful fans.
Hi guys. Hi guys.
Who was here yesterday?
Yeah, who's here yesterday? Great to see y'all again.
Such a great fan base, like it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a few years.
Yeah. How many?
I finished in 2018.
Wow.
So I'm constantly surprised every single time you call and say, hey, we want to bring you back. Because it's six years ago, and no, I'm really happy with coming back and seeing all the great people that I now know the faces of again, all that, right? So it's kind of a familiar feeling. I met Jolene, the little baby over there, that the last time I saw her, she was just a teeny tiny little boy, and now she's almost walking towards me. And I think that's really beautiful.
It is amazing. And what do you think about Vikings, the show itself, draws us in, draws the fans in, and we're still sticking? What do you think it is? All the blood, all the dirt.
No, all the sexy people. No, it's well, to me at least as a fan, because I was watching the show while I was studying at the university. I was studying film and media studies at the University of Copenhagen. Ich komme aus Dänemark and I was watching the show trying to figure out, because I was casting on it and the brothers, and I was trying to figure out how to do the accent. And all I was listening to was Travis and Gustav. I was like, what are you talking about? And it was like singing, and I loved that part of it being very exotic, even though I was from Denmark, so it was literally my heritage. But to me, it has always been the storylines, the character arcs, the constant development, and things moving. I mean, there's nothing more interesting than seeing new worlds, and that's the same with gaming when I play Elden Ring or whatever. I saw Millennia walk around here, and I was like, fucking kill her, man. And I spent 5 hours on her, it's crazy. Anyways, the same with that is just the new worlds that you can explore. The new worlds, the new cultures, the new colors, the new, goddammit, smells that we had on the set, right? Yeah, there were a few smells there. Let's not talk about that too much. Mostly horse shit. And sweat and Travis. But no, it was real. It's all about that. It's all about the exploring element and how the characters develop from seeing the world. And I was fortunate enough to have a character that had a lot of meat on it. And he was traveling to Russia. He was traveling to York. I mean, it was real cool. It was a real cool experience.
But I think it's also because there's so many cool shows with great, arcs for the characters. There are so many cool shows, but they don't have that magic, Like I don't know how to put the finger on it, but I think it's just the collaboration of the crew, the actors, the writers, the director, like everything just works and flows, and we can see it.
Well, it's people. I think Bob said it yesterday when we did the panel. People cared.
Yeah.
I can't put emphasis enough on how that changes everything. When people show up, and that's not just us, because we are actors. I mean, our heads are so far up our own asses all the time, so we care for a fucking living part, my friends. But the producers, the creators, the writers, all that. It's not just another gig. A lot of shows get created and it becomes like a machine that just has to create money and it has to create some kind of audience. And I don't think that's what happened here. People cared from top to bottom. And I think that's the major thing that just changed it and made it interesting. And I feel like you could feel it.
And I can see that we already have some questions from the audience. Hi guys.
Hi everyone. I've got a question. Playing a character for so long, does the character bleed through your everyday life? Like you have a situation of not I'm Eva and not myself?
That's a good one. I'm not a kind of a method actor, and imagine me staying in Ira. That would have been awful for 3.5 years doing 51 episodes. Imagine me coming home and still be like, fucking, oh fuck this shit. I forgot the beer. Oh fuck, no. Oh, I left the stove on. No. I mean, that would have been awful, right? So, I did not do that. I remember one time I asked Keith Thompson, our producer, because we were going for lunch, and I was strapped together, like always, jumping to everything. It's awful. Anyways, and I was strapped together, and every single time we said cut, going for lunch, everyone stood up and walked to lunch, and I was sitting there for 3 minutes trying to get out of the fucking caliber so I could walk to lunch. And one time I was so sick and tired of it, I told Keith Thompson, my producer, was like, imagine, Keith, if I was a method actor and you would have to bring me lunch because I couldn't go get lunch. And he was like, if that was the case, you wouldn't be here. I was like, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I got you. That's perfect. Fair enough. Lunch is great. So no, you don't tend to bring work home. That's probably a very healthy tradition. But also, I can't imagine being so freaking annoying and angry and me. I'm a god all the time. I think that's I like me better than I am sometimes.
Just sometimes. Just every second day.
Good
Thank
question.
you. Thank you so much. Next question, please.
Hi, Maria. Bye.
It's good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
My question is, what is your favorite activity on the convention?
My favorite activity here?
Yes.
That's the one, okay, besides talking to all you guys, which I actually profoundly enjoy, because we get to create connections and I hear your stories and it's very overwhelming sometimes, it's very given. And I've come to figure out that if I give more, I get more. And so I feel like I've hacked the whole thing, because I've come out of these things and I've enjoyed myself. And that's really cool. Besides that, which is the one thing I never get the chance to, is go around all the stalls, because I want to buy all the Star Wars stuff, and I never get the chance to. I tried yesterday, sneaking out of the green room, and Nikki, who's really great at taking care of me, and also it's her job to take care of me and keep me safe and all that. But I was like, oh, she's not here. And I stood out, and I was looking around, I was looking at the t-shirts, and I was trying to find Star Wars gear, and then I was like, oh, F, I need the panel now, I need to go to the panel, so I never get the chance to walk around the stalls, and I love those. I saw a Star Wars fighter earlier, I saw a Predator walking around. I like Predators, I think they're cool. I also like lightsabers, they're really fucking cool. So that's my favorite thing. Besides talking to you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And it's gonna be a cosplay catwalk as well
Johnny Depp.
No, yes,
Okay.
his second name.
Okay.
His name is the ultimate party pirate.
I'm sad because I just had my birthday.
Oh, and you didn't have the ultimate party pirate. Next time. Well,
I definitely.
Okay, my question is, what's your go-to karaoke song?
tequila.
I almost lost my girlfriend over this. Because she's a singer, she's a musical performer, she's a great singer, one of the best in Denmark. And we were in Paris. Fuck, sorry. We were in Paris, and I was like, yeah, let me bring her to a karaoke bar, and I'll freaking show her. So awful, so dope. And then I put on Now Sparkly with Crazy, you know, they're like, I remember when I was on mine. And shouldn't have done that, should not have done that, because I was sitting all cool, pretending to be cool. She was sitting right there, I was like singing to her across the table, and it was god fucking awful. It didn't sound good, first and foremost. And I was keeping way too intense eye contact. You should never do that. I learned that now. Don't do that. And also, don't do it to one of the best singers in Denmark. She'll be like, what are you trying to do? God awful. And after that, she was like, yeah, you lost a lot of points. And I was almost not interested anymore. I finally saved it, but that humbled me quite a bit. So, what a fucking question. So yeah, no, I was barking crazy. I could have just said that and not exploited myself, but fair enough. I was barking crazy, or what's it called?
Sing it. Sing it.
I did it with my friend Mikkel in Brazil. It was you are
From the Backstreet Boys.
That's Backstreet Boys, yeah. Or Westlife. We got the little I'm a fucking cheesy boy band dude. What?
Yes, you are. It is brilliant. And what is your to go?
What's
Mario?
yours?
Mine is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
What?
Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's a good one. Can you sing one? Can you sing a little bit?
No?
Yeah.
You asked for it, Daphne.
Up where you walk, up where you walk, up where you stay all day in the sun, wandering where you sacrifice all of your world. Thank you.
Well done. All right. Great.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
It was much better than your rendition of Crazy.
That was a freaking mic drop. Fair enough.
I'm dropping my
Afternoon.
She talented. Hello.
Hi. I just want to know, what is your favorite Danish series and movie?
Ooh, my favorite series.
Danish.
Danish?
Danish. So we can watch it.
Danish series. Well, I just did my. No, I'm not gonna mention my own TV show.
Why not?
No, because it's not. It's not good. There's an old one, very classic one that was made back in the 70s, I think, 60s, I think. It's called Matador, and it's 24 episodes for the 24 days in December up until Christmas. But it's not about Christmas at all. It's about Denmark in the 30s, coming up to the 40s, and Second World War, and I think that might be my favorite, because I just watched it with my girlfriend, never watched it, and it's like culture heritage in Denmark.
Oh.
You have to watch it. And it's actually amazing. It's really, really amazing. It's so incredibly well written. It's way far ahead of its time. It's written by and like one of the biggest, I would say the biggest female writers and legends that we have back in Denmark, and it's way ahead of its time.
All right.
In some regard, it's really cool. Matador, or maybe now I need to find the translations. What the F is? 1 second. There's one. It's called Efterlysning, which was made by. Oh, this is such a horrible answer. Anyways, Matador. That's what we're doing with going with. And movie. God, that's tough. Maybe some of the Dogma, 95, or back in the 90s. I would say maybe. Oh no, this is so tough. Maybe after the wedding. Let's say after the wedding. Let's say that. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And next question, please.
Let's continue the therapy session from yesterday. How would a perfect day on set for you look like? And which character from Vikings would you not, or would you decline to play?
Could you repeat the first part?
Yeah, the first part is, how would a perfect day on set for you look like?
On set.
On Viking set.
Yes.
Perfect day on Vikings.
Okay, so the perfect day on Viking set is a late pickup time, so it's not at 5 o'clock in the morning, but maybe like 8 o'clock. Go to set at 9. Hair, makeup, costume until 10.
That's impossible.
No, we do it in an
An
hour.
hour.
Hair, makeup, costume. Yeah, we had to be effective. So, hair, makeup, costume in an hour until 10. And then a teeny tiny breakfast and lunch, something a little love to the tummy. And then fight scene until 5 o'clock. And then some small little fun scene. And then for the last 2-3 hours, a small, emotional, 3-dimensional character arc thing where you like see everyone having a conversation about what they're gonna do with this battle sequence or whatever. How are they gonna approach this fight? And then everybody walks away and Ivor sits there and he's left alone and everybody walks up and he can't walk up. And then you have a little moment where he's like, oh, well, fuck this. And because I love those little moments where Ivor could show that, or remind the audience that he was different and he had struggles that other characters didn't. And so a full day of doing all the stuff that's fun, but also 3-dimensional, that shows different things. Because fight scenes are fun, but they're not that fun to shoot for 3 days in a row. It's very technical and it's very draining and it's tough. But it's also very tough to do 3 scenes of very emotional stuff in a row because you're like, oh, boring. I can't cry anymore. Just give me a freaking joke to say. Something like that, right? So it's about the diversity. And that's the perfect answer. That's different things. All the little north, south, east, and west things that my character would go to.
And the second part of the question was?
The second part is, which character would you decline to play on Vikings?
Line?
Yes. Which one would you not take the role?
I would not take the role of Ragnar because Travis did such a great job. So I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't at all touch that. I would love to do Lagatha.
Oh yeah.
But they will not let me. Sadly.
Well, hair is not yours.
Well, it's also probably not a good sign if another man comes in and takes a female's job. So maybe we should be aware of that. Catherine can take my part any day. She can crawl through horseshit. I don't know if she would love that. Yep.
Fair enough.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have time for 2 more questions.
My question is, what's your favorite character in Star Wars?
Ooh, Star Wars.
Yes.
So when my mom bought the little VHS box with the 3 classic movies from the 70s and 80s, and damn, I love Luke Skywalker. I was like, yeah, that's Luke. But then, but that was when I was very little. At that point in time, I had turned 6, 7 years old, and the prequels had arrived. And I know the prequels are not the best movies in the world, I'm aware of that. But when you're 7 years, sorry, no, you're right, I'm right. They're not as good as the classics. They're not as good as the classics. Anyway, when you're 7 years old and you see pod racing, and you see Anakin Skywalker and all that stuff, you're like, oh, fucking Anakin Skywalker. The amount of times I've been I remember one time we were in a summer house, me and my family, and they had a massive garden. The house had a massive garden. So I just picked up a stick and I fought like demons for 3 hours straight, just by myself in my fantasy and imagination. And I came in all sweaty, like, I'm hungry, Dad. And my dad was like, he'd been, for 3 hours, he'd been looking out the window and seeing this weird ass kid just running around in my garden like, so
You're protecting the family.
yeah, so I'm with you guys. So that would be Anakin Skywalker for sure. If there's anyone I would have, if they're ever gonna, I know it's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. But damn, I would have loved to play Anakin Skywalker. That would have been cool.
That would be badass.
Great arc, great emotional depth. Yeah, Anakin for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have time for last question, so no pressure, but make it good, okay?
I don't feel pressure. First of all, I want to thank you for a remarkable job on the TV show Vikings. I think you nailed the character totally.
Thanks, bro.
No problem, I appreciate it. My question is, since you started your career as an actor, what is the most beautiful thing about it, and what are you seeking for? What are your next goals, and how many tries did it take you to beat Millennium?
1,000 tries, and 1,000 more. That's never gonna stop.
I feel the pain.
Yeah, the tries are never gonna stop. My favorite thing about what I'm doing, and that I feel very fortunate enough to be able to do, is divided into 2 things, or maybe just one thing in particular, which is what I would call the creative process. So for me, and what I really turning me on is showing up to set and working with a lot of great people. Because the other thing that I would mention was the people that you work with. I'm a people's person, and I'm not better than the other guys in the room. I think it's a collaborative experience, and I know I get better if everyone else is doing their best, and we're working together, and we're really trying to push this thing forward. I've always played sports when I was little. It's the same dynamic. It's a team effort, and I love that thing about it. It's not about me. And when it's not about you, I feel like it also takes some kind of, pressure off. Because there's a lot of pressure when you do Vikings and you walk in and you don't start thinking there's millions and millions and millions of people that are watching what you're doing right now, because that will add pressure to it. So now, just create it, be interested in the team effort, and keep searching for that, and keep applying that, and I think that's the major thing. I've come to realize as I got older, sitting in the cinema and watching what you've done is really cool, but it's not as cool as being on set and working with people that we were so incredibly freaking fortunate to work with amazing people in Ireland who shot Vikings. It's the same guys that did the new Star Wars films. They did freaking Rogue One. They did A Force Awakens. I mean, it's the same guys. They were running around with t-shirts where it was Vikings. The next day they were running around with t-shirts that said grip on Force Awakens. And you were like, holy shit, I'm working with these guys. And you could feel it. They're so incredibly talented. And they make you look so good. Because I'm not that good, but they make you look really good. And I really appreciate that, by the way.
I can totally understand you.
Thanks, man. Good question.
So there is a foot in the door if you want to be in Star Wars, huh?
Yeah, well,
Kind of.
I would love to, man. I would love to.
But
I just need a lightsaber. I just need a lightsaber. And I want to be a Sith.
You want to be a Sith?
Yeah, I want to be a Sith. I want to be the dark side.
That would be cool.
Because it's more fun.
That was yeah.
And also, hopefully, I can do. Yeah, I can do a little bit of shock to people, electrocute people.
Talking about working with awesome people, I spied on you on IMDb, and it says that you did a film with Pedro Almodovar,
Pedro Almodovar, yeah.
with Julia Moore and Tilda Swinton.
Swinton, yeah, that was.
Come on, dude!
Yeah, I know. That was a dream come true. Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool.
But this is not out yet, no? It's still in post-production?
It's going to Venice in 2 weeks, and we just got into New York Film Festival, and we got into Toronto Film Festival as well. So because it's Pedro Almodovar, for people who don't know, you should know. He's Spain's biggest director. He did phenomenal movies, especially with female leads, and it's very contemporary. And great. When I was studying film and media studies at the University of Copenhagen, when we did film history, and we had Spanish film history, Pedro was like the center of the whole thing. He was the foundation.
No, you're working.
So, and now 10 years later, I've been working with him in Madrid and New York, and muchas gracias. Muchas gracias.
That was easy.
Yeah, crazy experience, yeah. I can't talk about it at all, but I think it's going to be a very beautiful movie, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. So that's really cool. And then I'm going back to Denmark, shooting our first lead in Denmark in a week. No, not a week, a month. We start shooting in October, I believe. So October, November, and that's a thriller back in the 1920s. So it's kind of a peaky, fucking blue and dice. But just in Denmark. So less sexy and not as cool of an accent. But I got the sixpence probably, and weird haircut, and all the suits.
Amazing.
Yeah, no,
Well, we're looking forward to all of that.
Me too.
And